So students, in this part we are going to learn about the Faraday's law and electromagnetic induction. So till now we have studied that whenever we used a battery and when we put a key close, we found that the bulb starts glowing. This is proof and this is done by the Oersted. Now this we have seen that when we have a closed circuit and the current flows through that circuit, the electric bulb glows. Now, after some year, means in the year of 1825, the another scientist or the physicist I can say come, his name is Michael Faraday. He began to work on this problem for the 6 year, and he experimented that, or he tried and he thought, will the current flow without battery? We have already seen if we are going to take a conductor or a coil which will be called as solenoid, and through which if the current will pass through it, it will create a magnetic field. So here the Michael Faraday thought, if the current produces a magnetic field, will the magnetic field produce the electric current? This was the question came in my Michael Faraday's mind, that is it possible that moving magnetic field can create an electric current, as the moving current or the moving charges produces a magnetic field. So he started begin with the experiment. So we will discuss with the first law of the Faraday, or we can say we are going to see that what is the first law of Faraday's. So the first law, what he has done, he has taken a coil, okay, that coil which is a conductor. In that conductor he has used a galvanometer. What is galvanometer? Galvanometer is a device which shows a minute current in the circuit. So when the current flows through this conductor, it will shows the current in it. But we have replaced this galvanometer with a bulb. Now imagine if we have a bulb in which the current flows, conductor through which the current flows, the bulb automatically glows. Now there is nothing new in it, as we have already know that moving charges are produces an electric current, and when the current flows through a conductor, it will produce a magnetic field. Now the question comes, if we don't have any battery source in the conductor, we have simple magnet, a bar magnet. If we have a bar magnet, naturally it will have a magnetic field. When I am going to bring, when I am going to move a magnet towards the bulb or towards the conductor, what will happen? What is going to come? Now we have come to one conclusion, that a stationary magnetic field cannot move or cannot produce a magnetic electric current. But when we have seen something, when we have moved a bar magnet from one point to another, we have found a little spark in the bulb. If you have not seen, just see to it 2-3 minutes back. Okay, when see, when we move away or backward, you can find a spark in it. Okay, so we have come to know, or Michael Faraday has come to know, okay, a moving magnetic bar magnet can produce an electric field. Stationary magnetic field cannot produce a electric current, but a moving magnet can produce a electric field in the circuit. Similarly, so we can conclude that either a conductor is in motion or a magnetic or a bar magnet is in motion, so it will produce a magnetic field in the conductor. Here, because we don't have a battery source, but because of the change in the magnetic field, what will happen? We found that the current starts flowing or the bulb starts flowing. Now here what we have done, we took a battery that we have connected through a solenoid, and that solenoid, what we have done, as we have seen that this solenoid has acting as a primary circuit, okay, and this will be acting as a secondary circuit. This doesn't have any battery source or something, any connection from the current we are not drawing from anywhere, but in the primary we have a battery. Now what will happen, once we will put the key close the primary, we have noticed that the magnetic field will starts producing. Why? Because in this the current will start flows. When the current is flowing, it means it will produce a magnetic field. When the magnetic field lines are changing, it will produce a magnetic flux. Basically, magnetic flux is the cause of the magnetic field in an electric circuit. Okay, a flux फ्लक्स क्या होता है? नंबर ऑफ फील्ड लाइन पासिंग थ्रू दैट एरिया. जितनी फील्ड लाइंस चेंज होंगी उतना ज्यादा मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स प्रोड्यूस होगा. मतलब जब आप मैग्नेट को मूव कर रहे हो तो ऑब्वियसली उसकी जो फील्ड लाइन है वो क्या हो रही है? चेंज हो रही है. और वही चेंज के कारण हम क्या देखते हैं कि करंट फ्लो होना चालू कर रहा है सर्किट में. एंड दिस पर्टिकुलर phenomena is known as electromagnetic induction. So this is clear to you what is electromagnetic induction. Now here you have observed when you are going to bring this magnet close to the conductor or moving away from the conductor, you have observed a spark in the bulb, but in the opposite direction. Why it is so? Because when you are going to bring the magnet closer to the bulb, that time you are seeing the north pole is entering inside the conductor. That means it will producing or it will developing a north polarity to it. So दो नॉर्थ डेवलप हो रहे तो क्या होगा? दोनों एक दूसरे को अपोज करेंगे. So automatically this current, and because of this current what will happen? It will start repelling, and when it is start repelling, it means it will generating a south polarity. So you understand that here what happens in this case? So when we move a magnet closer to the conductor, it will produce an magnetic field, electric field in the circuit. So we have observed if we are moving this magnet very frequently, we can find that this electric bulb is also glowing more frequently. When the bar magnet is closer to the conductor or to this loop, we have observed that the glowing or the intensity of this glowing bulb will be more, and when it is far from it, we found that its intensity will be minimum. So this is called the first law of Faraday's, that is called the self-inductance. Now when we have the two coils as here, the primary and the secondary coil, when the current flows in the one coil and because of the change in the magnetic flux, the same current produced in the second coil, that particular phenomena is called the mutual inductance. Okay, so here this is about the Faraday's experiment, what he has done and what he has concluded through this. So you can understand when the circuit is closed, that time the current will starts building in this, and when the current is building in it, what will happen? Obviously the current will be flowing, it means the magnetic field will be produced. Those magnetic field lines are coming and that will be increasing as the current increases in the primary circuit, and the bulb one is called the secondary circuit. When the current is building in it, what will happen? Those field lines are reaching to the secondary circuit as well. You can see here it is increasing and increasing. You can notice here there without change, without any difference, you have observed that the bulb starts glowing, right? So this was the second law of Faraday, which we call the mutual inductance, or we can say the second law of Faraday. So this is the first and the second law of Faraday. But one thing you have to keep it in mind, either a bar magnet is moving or a conductor is moving for producing a magnetic field in a conductor, or are producing a current in the any current in the due to the magnetic field. So one thing is important, that is the motion of the magnetic field either or the conductor. Means if the same phenomena we can observe, if I will move this conductor, बार मैग्नेट को यही रखेंगे, बार मैग्नेट के अंदर बाहर हम किसको लेके जाएंगे? इस कंडक्टर को, तो भी बल्ब ग्लो करेगा. और अगर हम बल्ब को ऐसे ही रखेंगे एंड इफ वी आर मूविंग अ बार मैग्नेट इन एंड आउट, तब भी बल्ब ऐसे ही ग्लो करेगा. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव कम टू नो. सो यस, वी हैव कम टू नो दैट मूविंग magnetic, or we can say the changing magnetic field lines will produce an electric current, but simply stationary magnetic field does not produce an electric current. So I hope this phenomena of inducing the current, changing the flux, and all the things are clear to you, that what is all about and why it is occurred. So see, this is all about the observation which was done by the Michael Faraday in the year of 1825 after the Oersted experiment, because Michael Faraday was in very curious that how it is possible that okay, if the current having the magnetic field, do the magnetic bar magnet can produce the same phenomena for the current, and his answer was right. And because of this electromagnetic induction, once the Faraday has said that, you can see that you in the coming days or in the coming years you can find that whole or throughout the world you can find the electricity will be produced or it will be transmitted through this phenomena, or we are going to get the electricity in our house because of this particular phenomena which is called the electromagnetic induction. I hope it is clear. Thank you.